Can you hear me okay? Well, welcome back. We are now in the home stretch of our conference, and hopefully the sessions that you attended were as impactful and insightful for you as the one that I was in. Actually, I almost want to have a contest to see who was in the best session. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. But ultimately, to ensure that you leave today further inspired, here's Donna Hartley to close us out.
Welcome to Creating a Balanced Life Workshop with me, Donna Hartley. Hi, I'm Donna Hartley. And are you ready to get some balance in your life? You know, we know when we're kind of not right, when we're angry, when we're tense, when we're stressed. But when you have balance in your life, it makes a difference. The reason this is a workshop is because you're going to find out right now if you're balanced, and if you're not, what do you do to create some balance in your life? Now, all of you should have this worksheet. That's right, you should have the handout. It is the Balanced Life Wheel. If you don't have it, I'm going to give you a few minutes to find it. And if not, you can go to my website, donnahartley.com, and right on that homepage, just quickly put in your first name and your email, and it'll print out for free. You know, I find out that I check myself at least 2 or 3 times a year and find out if I'm balanced. So I'm going to give you a few moments, find it, print it out, and we'll get ready to go. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to talk about why I think balancing your life is so important. See, when I opened up my business as an international speaker, I ended up traveling abroad, and some months I would travel and speak for 25, 26 days. I'd sleep on airplanes. I was exhausted after 2 months. By the time Christmas rolled around, I ended up in the emergency ward. Now, I live in a small town. The doctors know me, and they looked at me and said, nothing is wrong but stress and burnout. Donna, you're not balanced. It took me about 6 months to kind of recoup and get my energy level back where it needed to be, because I wasn't paying any attention to family, to working out, to my health, to eating right. I was just working. Yes, finances were good and career was good, but the rest was out of balance. So I hope you have the handout now, because we're going to begin. Now, you're going to evaluate yourself on the last 30 days. Life goes up and down, that's for sure. But by having balance, wow, what a difference you make. Okay, look at your handout. That's the Balanced Life Wheel. And what we're going to do is evaluate yourself on the past 30 days. So remember that. 30 days. Now, 1 is the lowest, 10 is the highest that you can go. Now, I got to be honest, nobody else is going to look at this but you. So I will talk you through it step by step. And first of all, you'll get to circle the number that fits you best. So remember, 1's the lowest, 10's the highest, 5 is kind of the middle of, of the chart. If you are with your family, that's where we're starting, you don't see your family, you don't talk to your family, you don't spend time with them, you don't Zoom them, you don't have dinner with them. You're somewhere in the lower categories, 2 or 3. Or if you're somewhere in the 6 to a 10, say, I love spending time with my family. You know what? We even cleaned out the garage the other day and we had fun. And we have movie night, we have game night, we do some sports together, we have dinner together at times, and yeah, we got to clean up the kitchen, but I really like my family. I love spending time with them. So circle where you are. Remember, 1 is the lowest, just circle 1 number, or 10 is the highest. Next one, social life. And you say, what is a social life? The world has changed. Things are different. I don't have the social life maybe I used to have. I don't even call my friends or talk to them, spend time with them, or take a walk with them. Somehow I seem like I'm too busy. Or are you a 6 to a 10 saying, oh no, I have a book club or a bunco club. I play with the ladies. And also, I play tennis. I get together every so often with my friends. I do have a good social life. Yeah. We had a barbecue. We had cocktails together. We even did it over Zoom. So circle where you are on social. 1 is the lowest, 10's the highest. Next category is physical. Oh yeah. Are you exercising? Are you healthy? So if you are in those lower numbers, you are not drinking your water, you are not exercising, you have gained those pounds that you can really feel that are kind of hanging on, you don't have the energy you used to, or are you a 6 to a 10? Say, I take my sneakers to work and I walk half an hour on my break. I'm taking my vitamins. I'm getting enough sleep, finally. I am exercising so that you're really enjoying, yourself. So circle the one that fits you. Sometimes I don't want to work out either. And I have a girlfriend named Sue. And Sue arrives at my door in the morning when I'm home and not traveling to walk. And guess what? I hate Sue at 7 o'clock in the morning. But after we walk 3 or 4 miles, I love Sue. So if you're not the type to join a gym or work out like on the internet, have a show that you can work out to, find someone you can do a sport with or walk with. It makes a difference. Also, this is what your chart should look like. Now, I'm not saying you have the same numbers as I do, but see how I've marked them? Remember, 10 is the highest, 1 is the lowest. So you're marking them just one number. That's right. You'll get to see if you're balanced or not. And we'll move on to the next category, which is education. Education. Now, you're watching this video, you're taking a workshop, so you're going to have some education going in your life. But if you are 2, 3, or 4, you're saying, I'm not taking a class online, I'm not going to the community college, I'm not listening to something in the car that I can learn from. Or are you really investing in yourself? Education is important for your whole life. So take those classes online, at the college, and make a difference. So circle the number where you are in education, which takes you to professional. All right, if you are in the lower category, you're frustrated, you're having burnout, you're not really clicking with some of the people you work with. You want to change. Or you, a 6 to a 10, say, I like what I do. I like the people I work with. No, my job is not perfect, but I love what I do. And I want to move up. I want to talk to my boss. I have goals. So circle where you are on professional, which takes us to the next category, financial. Now, I should have learned this one from my grandmother because she got to be on this planet to be 101 years old. See, I wasn't saving enough money. I was at the bottom number. I didn't have investments. I didn't have savings. I didn't have a house. In fact, I sat down with a financial planner, and she said, I want you to keep a list for 2 months of all the money you spend on everything. And I would mark down parking the car, buying a latte, a muffin, buying a new blouse. And she evaluated at the end. She said, you can save $150 a month to $200. Just you are wasting things that are not important. Yep, had to shift my mindset. But she was right. They gave me more money to invest and more money to save. So if you're not happy with saving, maybe that's something you want to do. Or if you are happy, you're a 6 to a 10, you have a house, you have investments, you have savings, circle the number that fits you there. The next one, attitude. Oh yes, attitude. So if you are going to work and you are in your car and you are scheming how you can get even with that other person, not so nice. You're about a 1. Yeah, we all have attitude days that we aren't happy, that we're cranky, that we're upset. Or are you a 6 to a 10 and you say, I can apologize. I can say I'm sorry. I can learn to laugh again and be happy. Well, circle the number that fits you the best for attitude. And the last category is spiritual. Now, we all have challenges in our life, but do you dwell in the negative and being unhappy and complain and whine? In there 2 or 3. Or do you go to church? Do you walk outside in nature and love it? Do you meditate and go inside for the answers that you're looking for because they're in there? Are you trusting your intuition? Are you grateful every day? Do you have kindness in your heart for people and for animals? Okay, circle the one that fits you there. This is what your chart should look like now, okay? You see all the numbers that go around? Now, the next one, I want you to connect the numbers. So here you go. Look at it, start with family, move to the next, and the next, and the next. Pretty interesting. I know, I do this all over the world, and most people, unfortunately, are not balanced. That's right. We get out of balance without even knowing it, and it steals from our productivity, and we're not happy. For example, attitude. That is the one that really hits people. And I have a little story for that one. And then I'm going to tell you how you can improve your whole chart. This story takes place in England, and there's a moneylender over here. Now, he controlled all the money, and there's a father on the other side, and he had a young daughter. And he went to the moneylender, and he wanted to borrow money, which he did. And then the moneylender said, you will owe the money back 1 year from today with interest. Okay, fine. The merchant went out. He worked hard. His daughter worked by his side, but they lost money. They didn't make it. Now, back in those days, you went to debtor's prison for life. Oh my gosh. So he went to the moneylender one day early, and his daughter went with him, and he begged and he pleaded, extend the loan, we'll pay more money. Well, you've run into those situations where people say, absolutely not. He said, the money is due tomorrow and you will pay, or you go to debtor's prison. The daughter was so scared she'd lose her father. And then the nasty and controlling moneylender looked at the daughter and he said, oh, I will marry your daughter and the debt is canceled. She didn't like that offer, but she loved her dad. And the moneylender said, okay, I will make it fair. I will pick up 2 pebbles from this courtyard, a black pebble, a white pebble. I will put them in my money pouch, and your daughter will choose her destiny. If she chooses the black pebble, the debt is canceled, but she marries me. If she chooses the white pebble, the debt is canceled, and you are both free to go. She didn't like it, but at least it was kind of fair. So she accepted. And she said, okay, we will be here in the morning at 10 o'clock. Well, she couldn't sleep that night. And she went early in the morning to see if she could change the moneylender's mind. And she watched him. He picked up 2 pebbles from that courtyard and he put them in his money pouch. Oh my gosh, he had tricked her. If she chooses a pebble, she's going to choose the back pebble. Of course, her dad will be free, and that is great, and he won't go to debtor's prison, but she will marry a man that she despises. She hid, she thought, she walked, she paced, and then her dad arrived, and other people arrived. And then she said, okay, I will choose a pebble. And she did. She reached in, she pulled it out, she put it near her skirt, she moved, and she dropped it and it fell with all the other pebbles. And he said, oh, you're so clumsy, you're so dumb. And she said, I'm 16, I'm nervous, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. She said, but please look in your money pouch and see what color pebble is left. That's right, the black pebble was left. Some of you got this already, I know you did. And she said, I must have chosen the white pebble. The debt is canceled and I am free to go. And so is my father. We are in shifting and changing times right now on this planet. The rules are all different. So you have to think differently if you are going to create the life that you want and the balance in your life. Now let's go back and look at that chart, okay? I want you to focus on the lowest number, right? I mean, people are out of balance. You've got like, drawings that look like a swimming pool or a Pac-Man. Okay, take the lowest number that you have, and I want you to write the date 30 days from today. So if you're starting this chart, say in June, write July 20th, and then put the year. Because in the next 30 days, you want to focus. Remember, it's about truth and focus. And you want to raise that vibration, raise that area. Okay, there's another one. It's physical. That's right. You got to get a friend. You got to start working out. You have to start doing something online. Join a club. Do jazzercise. Do something that you have a passion for, a sport, hiking, biking, kayaking. So put the next month after that. So that would be August 20th, and then put the year. So you're going to put time and energy. And yes, you probably have a third one that's out of balance too. So put that as September 20th and put the year. If you focus, you will change the energy in that category and raise it. It's easy to do, isn't it? I know you can do it. Now, do me a favor. You can go to my website under donnahartley.com, get your friends, your neighbors, your family members, make a copy. Even your coworkers, send them there. You want to have more balance in your life. And the more people around you that have balance, that's right, you got a great community and a great support system. So get working right now, and you can have and create balance in your life and live with more integrity and joy.
Well, what an amazing day we've had today. One of the common themes that came out of today is overcoming limiting beliefs. It seems like every single session that I attended this morning and throughout the course of the day, we were talking about and addressing limiting beliefs. And today, we certainly conquered one of them, which was perfectionism. I call it an ism, and it certainly is an ism. But what we did is we were able to get beyond some of the challenges leading up to today and through today, and we were able to accomplish our mission. So we overcame the limitations of being shut down in COVID, having to make the pivot from in-person to virtual, and then overcoming some of the technology challenges today, even though we spent months working on technology, testing it out, and trying to make certain that we got it nailed down. But the key is to understand that there's no such thing as perfectionism. There's nothing's going to be perfect. The objective is to always continue to move forward, and we did that today. So in the words of Nelson Mandela, it always seems impossible until it is done. And we definitely defied the impossible today. So before I move forward, I want to share with you the mission that we have for the Women's Leadership Conference and how we got to where we are right now. The Women's Leadership Conference was created by the Howard County Chamber of Commerce as a platform to recognize women in every stage of her profession and career. Starting with a focus on business development within government contracting, the conference has grown over the years and expanded to now serve professional women across industries and throughout the region, which is why you all are here today. The purpose of the conference is to offer opportunities for professional women of all levels the opportunity to grow and successfully advance their careers while networking with other professionals, leaders, and mentors in the community. We started the planning process in July of 2019, and I said we did that because we were trying to be proactive. Did we not know, or had we known, that we were really seriously being proactive because we were about to embark upon something we would probably never envision happening, is phenomenal. We were determined through that planning process to bring you what you asked for. Every year we ask our attendees to complete a survey and to provide your feedback, and we actually take that to heart. And so we did that last year, and as we were planning this committee, we had this event, we had you in mind. Our objective, based upon your feedback, was to provide you with not just a day of motivation and a day of mentoring, but to also provide you with a day of envisioning, embracing, equipping, and executing upon your vision. So this morning we learned a lot. We learned a lot in several sessions. First, we learned this morning how to get over our self-limiting beliefs and let our story lead us while building our legacies. Very, very powerful. This afternoon, we learned how to get over our career stereotypes, create our action plan, and to lead from our core, which is also very powerful. And then we also had the opportunity to learn how to network within a virtual environment, which is necessary and part of our new normal. So finally, we just heard from Donna, and Donna was sharing with us how to check our balance, which I think is critical. We've all been given the tools and the tactics we need to step into forward motion, that's what I like to call it, and stay there. So before I end and hand this over to Leonardo to close out this afternoon, I want to remind you all, in the words of Thomas Edison, having a vision for what you want is not enough. Vision without execution is a hallucination. And so let's wake up from this dream, seriously, that we are calling 2020 and really step into our 2020 vision and put our plans in motion. I want to thank you all for joining us for the entire day. Give yourselves a pat on the back, and we look forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you, Lisa, for your leadership and tireless efforts, as well as the other members of the committee who worked for, as Lisa mentioned, the last year to get us here today. And so again, I just have a few closing remarks. And so as I mentioned to you earlier this morning, which now seems so long ago, we have a tremendous giveaway for a lucky attendee. Donna Hartley's masterclass is only offered twice a year. The masterclass consists of 10 masterclass online videos, 10 insight worksheets and checklists, 10 Fire Up Your Life weekly inspirational insight emails, a healing meditations 60-minute CD, a healing meditation insights workbook, a Fire Up Your Intuition, a journey to the knowing book, a Fire Up Your Intuition CD, the knowing and guided imagery, and a 60-minute soul purpose coaching session. All of this would normally cost you close to $1,000, but today someone is getting it for free. And now, let's see, this someone is Janice Chapman. And so Janice Chapman is the winner of Donna's masterclass. And so Janice, if you will connect with a member of the chamber team offline, we'll make sure you get connected to Donna and so forth. And so just a few other closing remarks. I know it's been a long day, but again, first I want to just thank you all for joining us. We hope that all of you leave here today with an ignited 2020 vision and the tools to find your way. Please make sure to check out the chamber if you are not already a member. We also want to, again, recognize the chamber team that also worked tirelessly on this effort, as well as also, again, our planning committee. And also want to thank our sponsors and exhibitors as well. I really want to encourage you, if you have not already done so, to go and visit them online in our virtual exhibit hall. They will actually be up for the duration of this year, as we really want to just show our continued gratitude to them for their support. Also, everyone, there is a survey that will be sent out that we want you to complete to, again, tell us how we've done today and your experience in terms of what you've learned, the content, the speakers, etc. And because we like giving things away, we have three prizes for 3 lucky winners. The first will be a set of AirPods. The second will be a Fitbit watch. And the third will be an Echo Dot. And so, again, we promise the survey will not be long, but we really want to solicit your feedback. And I would also say, if you have enjoyed your experience today, then opportunities abound for you to serve on the 2021 Planning Committee. We have a planning committee that actually meets relatively often, but then we have subcommittees. And so if there's a particular area that you want to serve in, there are opportunities from the program committee to the marketing committee to logistics and just general planning, but there are opportunities if you want to get involved. And so again, I would say if there's interest, email Lynn Song at lsong, like sing a song, lsong@howardchamber.com, and just let her know that you're interested in participating in the planning for the conference next year. Lastly, if you are not a member of the Chamber, please consider joining. Today's event is really just a snippet of what you can expect as a member. There are opportunities for professional development, for personal growth, as well as for business development. And so for more information, you can certainly visit the Chamber website, or I encourage you to contact Ronnie Nadeev, our Director of Membership. Ronnie can be reached at 443-845-8286. That's 443-845-8286. And so with that, I thank you again for joining us today, and certainly have a great rest of the afternoon, and continue to embrace and move forward with the rest of this 2020 year. Thank you.